G'day fellas. What we have here is a Martec UFO motor ceiling fan with 3 aluminium blades and a light kit on it. This is one of the earlier Martec UFO models. I think it's from the early to mid 80s. It's got a brass trim around the motor. It's got a flowerpot canopy and it's non-reversible. And the logo around here is a brassish color with a black logo on it. There's the old Martec logo there. Yeah, so I actually got this fan from another collector who got it for my behalf. I think he originated from New South Wales or Victoria, I can't exactly remember, but it's one of those 2 states. It's one of the eastern states. Yeah, so I got this for a collector, from a collector who, one of my friends who's also collected, he initially got a few fans for him, but I actually saw this one too, and I asked him if he could reach out to the collector who's getting these fans, to see if I can have this fan with the Oyster light. But on the advertisement marketplace, there are actually 2 of these fans. This one has a light on it. The other one didn't have a light on it. My fellow fan collector Lachlan has got the one without the light on it, and he's already done a video on that one, and he did mention that I had got one of these as well, but with a light kit on it. So yeah, this one right here that he's referring to, in case you haven't already wondered. Yeah, the Oyster light kit is one of those really older design models where it's wide. It's got a bigger diameter than the more modern ones, and instead of being a continuous curve, it kind of just goes down steeply and flattens a bit towards the bottom. It's a bit like those old Camphor Oyster lights that you see like from the 60s up until like the early 80s, or those caravan Oyster lights you see a lot in caravans from like the late 60s up until like the 90s or so. Yeah, this fan did not come with its original controller, so I am testing it with a 3-speed controller. And this one is in a beige color. It's not actually pure white, it's a beige creamy type color. And it originally came with 2 CFL globes in it, but I chucked those out and put warm white LEDs in there. And yeah, it's pretty nice looking industrial fan. So yeah, anyways, let's get to the video. Oh, also, just before that, with the fan, I actually got 2 spare Oyster light diffusers on it, and one of them's got a like a pattern around the motor. There's like some special process where that's called, where they engrave transparent patterns on a frosted glass. But yeah, I don't know what that process is called, but it looks nice, so I'll be showing that later in the video. Anyways, let's get to it. Okay, here it is on high speed. It actually moves a pretty decent amount of air actually. I do like these fans. I do apologise about the Oyster light rattling. I think something might be a bit loose. I think the glass is not particularly a tight fit, but that's as far as I can go turn, but not as far as the thread will allow it, so I do apologise. But no, it runs alright. There'll be no reverse in this video because again, it's not a reversible model. The light on. Okay, now here's a fan again, but this time with the fancy Oyster light diffuser with that pattern around the motor, and the surface feels a bit rough as well, as opposed to the smoothness of the original diffuser that it came with. I'll show you what it looks like with the light on. Now, to my knowledge, there is a special terminology they use to call, like when there's like patterns engraved on the glass like that, but I'm not entirely sure. If someone can point out to me what that type of styling is called, then it'll be much appreciated actually. You don't see Oyster lights with this pattern on fans very much. So I was in for a bit of a treat.